loose ball, and it's gonna go. Maddie buries it in the net to tie it. It's good! A rare early start today at Durfee High School for girls soccer as the rivals from New Bedford, the Whalers, come to town to square off against the Hilltoppers. Hello again, everybody. I'm Evan Massoud, high atop the press box today at Mac Aldridge Field for pregame. Today's game starting at 3 p.m. We never have 3 o'clock games here during the week, but this regularly scheduled game at 6 p.m. had to be moved up. New Bedford with some events at their high school tonight, and people need to be back at the school for that. So we accommodate here in Fall River and we pivot when we need to. So actually very happy to have a game under the sun. It's a gorgeous day, and this is a game that for Durfee should get them their 10th win and should continue this hot streak that they're on. They haven't lost a game since Apponequet back on September 16th. That was the last of that 3-game losing streak earlier in the season. Over their last 10 games, 8-0-2. It's a fantastic stretch they're on. They're already punched their ticket into the playoffs, and now anything here over the last week and a half is just going to help them in terms of seeding and placement and hopefully a home game here in the early rounds of the playoffs. Last time we were here, we saw Julia Hargraves get her 100th point on a goal, actually now with 101 since that game, and they've had action since then, so I'm sure she's added to her total. We haven't gotten a distinct number just yet, but we're sure she's added to her total since then. So we've seen some great things from girls soccer here in fall 2023, and after their 6-0 win against New Bedford earlier in the year, we expect that the 1-11-1 Whalers may not be up to the task for Durfee this year, especially given the way the Hilltoppers have been playing. We'll have all the action live for you next on Fred TV. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Pamela Martin from FRG TV.
And I'm Keith Tebow from FRC Media.
Join us on Tuesday, November 7th, as we track polling numbers from the Fall River Biennial Municipal Election.
Our live coverage begins at 8 o'clock as we bring you election results from all 27 precincts.
And our camera crew will be canvassing the city all day, as well as making stops at the candidates' headquarters.
You can watch us live on FRG TV Channel 18, FRC Media Channel 95, and on our Facebook pages.
And for you candidates, we will be broadcasting from our Fred TV studio at the new Durfee High School. Make it a point to stop by. Join us on the air.
Polls are open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. And remember, do your civic duty and vote.
That's right, and we'll see you right here on election night, November 7th.
I'm Alan McNamara, CEO of Main Street Projects.
And I'm Kristen Cantara Oliveira, Vice Chair of the Community Preservation Committee.
The Bradford Durfee Textile College was a prominent training center for over a century.
A critical resource that prepared thousands of young people and immigrants to gain employment.
In 1899, the state invested approximately $75,000 to construct the Bradford Durfee Textile College, named after one of the city's leading industrialists.
As technology evolved, so did the curriculum, to include classes such as mechanical engineering.
But after years of accumulating wealth, northern mill owners could not compete with mills in the south.
Alan Macumber and members of the Community Preservation Committee envisioned a transformative project to stave off demolition.
The Durfee Textile College is now a vital cornerstone of downtown revitalization. Each of the 55 law-style apartments are uniquely designed with a comfortable blend of eras.
11 of those 55 units meet affordable housing regulations set by the CPC Community Housing Fund.
Members of the Historical Commission advocated for renovation over replacement. The 100,000 square foot building contains original flooring, brick walls, staircases, and doors. New construction replicates craftsmanship of 130 years earlier.
CPA funds have supported thousands of significant projects in Massachusetts. Thank you for your continued interest in community beautification and betterment.
Hello, I'm Kim Smith, Executive Director of United Way of Greater Fall River.
And I'm Janine Pahorley, Director of Marketing and Community Engagement. United Way of Greater Fall River makes transformative impacts where we live, work, and play.
Our yearly fundraising campaign kicks off Saturday, October 21st, with our 4th annual United We Move Trail Fest. This family-friendly event has routes for all levels, so everyone is welcome to walk, run, or ride with us.
The recreational assets of our area are as diverse as our people. United We Move takes place in the Fall River Bioreserve to promote healthy habits and environmental stewardship.
Every mile we move together contributes to our goal of $1,125,000, which is reinvested locally to assist vulnerable populations.
Join us Saturday, October 21st. The fun continues long past the finish line. Pop's Mobile Brick Oven Pizza and Dorothy Cox Ice Cream Cart will serve slices and sweets. The Trustees Adventure Van and music by Louis Lehman will have everyone moving.
We're also collaborating with the Rotary Club of Fall River and Got Sneakers. So bring your unwanted sneakers to United We Move. Regardless of the condition, Got Sneakers Zero Waste Recycling ensures those old sneakers won't ever see a landfill.
Registration and volunteer opportunities are open. To sign up, visit www.uwgfr.org/UnitedWeMove.
Welcome back, everybody, to Mac Aldrich Field. Evan Massoud with you for conference soccer. Today, our last regular season game of girls soccer here in the fall 2023 season. The next time we see this team will be in the playoffs because they are playoff bound with their 9 wins and 2 ties. Durfee last played on Tuesday night. It was while we were out in Dartmouth for the boys' game. Girls were home for the rematch. Hilltoppers won the first matchup, the road game that DCTV had on September 19th, 2-1. They tied Dartmouth on Tuesday, 1-1. Both of those teams very evenly matched. Like, there's only one tie separating them record-wise. A lot of similar opponents. So not surprising to have such a tight game. And today, second to last home game for the Hilltoppers. They will play Saturday at 1:30. Saturday against Dighton Rehoboth is senior night, or senior day. So pregame ceremony will take place on Saturday. And then 2 road games next week. BR on Tuesday at 6 and Old Rochester Thursday at 6. So here we go, final week of the regular season. As the players make their way to the field here. New Bedford in their road white jerseys, red shorts, Durfee in all black here at home. We'll run down the starters for both sides. For the Whalers, number 4, Emma Spooner. Number 6, Sandrine Gomes-Fernandez. Number 9, Ali Costa. Number 10, Caitlin Almeida. Number 11, Becky Zhang. Number 12, Frederica Frere. Number 14, Alexandra Martinez. Number 17, Kimberly Moreno Mejia. Number 20, Jalea Perry. Number 21, Amaya Pastor. And in goal, Caitlin Cordero. We're underway here. I can't. Sounds of the booth. I wish we had cameras in the booth. It'd be so much fun. So much fun. We have the little things that make people happy here. Doing some cleanup, some freshening up here before we host the big Thanksgiving Day game. Make this press box pristine. We got new chairs this year. Oh, yeah. It's a good thing. It's a really good thing. You know. Brad, too funny. Too funny. Brad Buston, of course, our athletic director. All right, let's get to Durfee starters before we go and veer off track too much here. Number 4, Julia Hargraves. Number 5, Abigail Saunders. Number 8, Alana Braga. Number 11, Julia Raposa. Number 12, Annika Nunes. Number 13, Caitlin Cucci. Number 14, Katarina Rumsey. Number 15, Rachel Silva. Number 18, Maddie Hargraves. Number 19, Ava Gilmet. And in goal for Durfee starting today, Abby Carrero. Of course, Durfee led by head coach Hayden Tavares, and the Whalers led by head coach Kristen Scotty. And we're going to have ourselves a free kick early here and well up the field for the Hilltoppers as Hargraves will take it. I mentioned Hargraves' point totals has had 3 points, according to Coach Tavares, since her milestone last week, so up to 104 for her career. Kick on its way, and it is over the crossbar, just a couple inches too high. That was perfect placement, going top shelf there. It was clearly out of reach of Cordero. So I like the idea. That's what you kind of want to do, especially when you got to try to get by a wall of players, 10 yards in front of you. Try to go over everybody, and we've seen that work before. And a whistle. It's like an offsides call. That was kind of borderline right there. Well, as you know, we were promoting it. Fred TV sponsored a school committee forum last night with questions being drawn up and asked by Durfee's student government, the student body president, vice president, treasurer, and secretary. Faith Cordero, the student body president, Brooke and Madison Tabikas, and Obier Herrera. So if you got to watch it last night, or if you didn't, you should. The candidates were great that were able to make it, and our student panel was absolutely fantastic. So we're really very happy with the job that they did being tasked with this. They were all in on it. And, that's right there, a prime example of, what we do and why we exist, the educational aspect of TV and whatnot. So we thank our candidates for coming out as well and participating. And we wish all of the candidates here in the city down the stretch the best of luck in their campaigns. November 7th, you saw the PSA. November 7th is Election Day. Get out and vote, people. Get out and vote. Doesn't take much time at all. And voter turnout has just been so poor. So please get out and vote and have your voice heard. That's all we'll talk about politics on this broadcast. That's it. That's the extent of it. So back to the action. We're not done this week. Today we're here for soccer. We're really hopeful that tomorrow the weather will not be a huge factor, as field hockey has their senior night game here scheduled for 5:15 against New Bedford. That's a beautiful feed to Hargraves, and the whistle comes rather late for offsides. It looked like she played that rather cleanly. She even backed off, knowing she was watching the back line there. So I'm a little surprised by two of these offside calls we've got in the early goings. Of course, it's always interesting to me as well when, the whistle's being blown from 20 yards behind the play to determine offsides or not. Hargraves trying to redirect it. It's bumped away for the moment, and she gets tripped up in the box. hooking kick there from Cucci goes wide left. Football away this week and next. No more home games until the playoff and non-playoff rounds here, so nothing till November. We expect one more home game before Thanksgiving so that football can have senior night and homecoming night. Not sure. We don't have a date on that yet, do we, Brad? Most likely November 3rd, so that would be the first week of the playoff, non-playoff round matchups. November's a little weird this year. Like, kind of, because Thanksgiving is so early, probably not going to see many teams playing on the 17th, which is less than a week before Thanksgiving. So you really only have 2 weeks in November for games, technically, if you're worried about playing in less than a week's time, getting ready for Thanksgiving. So, but looking at November 3rd, and as usual, we'll keep you up to date. So what's going on? Like and follow us on our Facebook page, Fred TV Sports. That's where we live stream. And especially with playoffs right around the corner, we'll have all the matchups and results and what you need to know. I mentioned in the open, it was a 6-0 win for Durfee the first time these two teams matched up. Cucci takes the shot, and down to the turf, making the play is Cordero. Had to reach for it a little bit, had some spin on that ball. Every matchup is different, but Hilltoppers clearly the favorite in this game coming into it. Been a really incredible stretch over their last 10 games to go 8-0-2. And that's going through conference games as well as non-conference games. Another free kick coming for the Hilltoppers. Julia Hargraves giving way to her sister Maddie. Putting that one kind of straight, didn't really hook in too much. Chris, you and Brad are killing me today, Kristen. I can't, forget the third wall, fourth wall, whatever the heck they call it. This is hysterical. There's an M&M on the floor, and she just asked me if it was mine. Mine or not, I'm not going to eat it. Oh, my goodness. Oh, so great. We have no fun here, right? We have no fun at all. Free kick coming now for the Whalers on the foul against the Hilltoppers. Shot taken is on the ground and now booted straight up in the air. It's landing in the circle. Cucci is there. She's going to send it to Julia Hargraves. As Julia being chased down by Zhang. Trying to center one. Crossing pass is cleared out. Nice job by the Whalers. That looked like Jalea Perry on the clear there. And Durfee will throw now from the side. It's a quick throw in to Cucci, trying to get around Martinez. Shot was taken off the side of the net and we'll have a goal kick. 10 minutes gone here. Another really nice day. I guess kind of the calm before the weather, before the storm. 63 degrees here, mostly sunny, clear as day. A little breezy, as we come to expect this time of year, usually is, but kind of a different direction. The wind is actually blowing from the east right into the booth. We don't usually get that. It usually comes down Wiedemo Street from the south and kind of blowing across the field. But a little breezy up here in the press box today. And that figures to, down on the field, it was quite breezy as well when I was down there pregame. So you have to figure that, at least no one's going up or down into the wind or away from the wind. But, passing, if it gets up in the air, ball's liable to drift a bit and get blown around. And yet another free kick. We've had a lot of stoppages, a lot of fouls here in the early goings. Kind of breaks that rhythm. It's always so hard to, it's kind of like an umpire in baseball with a strike zone. Everybody's different. Well, same kind of with soccer in terms of what they're going to call for fouls and what they're not going to call. Sometimes it's hard to gauge. It depends on the officiating crew. Sometimes we don't hear any whistles in the whole first half. And here we've heard over a half a dozen. Carrero sends it, landing at the 50 after making the scoop catch. Cucci trying to get by the defense. Little push off there. Didn't think that was allowed. Stiff arms happen in football, not in soccer. There'll be a throw in right on the corner as the ball went out just on the near side of the flag here. So a throw from well up the field for Durfee. It's a short throw in. Hargraves makes a nice end around, trying to get through one side. Maddie Hargraves takes a shot, still loose in front, and the Whalers clear it for the moment. Saunders kicks it back to Braga. Now back to Hargraves, cross to Braga. And another offsides. Well, they're being stingy today. That one, the official watching the play and in line with the ball, so clearly getting the best look at it. That's going to go out. Rumsey was the one there trying to get a shot off. It went out off of New Bedford, so Hargraves heading to the corner for the corner kick. Well, nice to see both the boys and the girls in 1 week here. As you know, we were in Dartmouth on Tuesday. Really frustrating game for the boys, if I'm being frustrating to watch, too, because they played such a great game. I thought they outplayed Dartmouth. And 2 penalty kicks. And that last one coming within the last 10 minutes of the game, that's just such a killer. You're up by 1. You don't want to create any situations where you're going to get called on a bad foul. And unfortunately, looking back at the tape, there was contact, but we saw some plays in that game where there was far more contact that didn't get called for fouls. So that was a real frustrating way to end it. Game Durfee should have won. Ended up a tie. Still better than a loss, but it should have been a W out in Dartmouth on Tuesday. Hargraves gets around Mejia. Redirects, passing up ahead to Cucci. That is onside. She's going to take the shot, and it is going to be into the hands of Cordero. Looked like she didn't get all of that. Maybe the defender getting a foot on that as well, because I thought that ball from where it was kicked a lot harder than that, and it kind of just popped up. And that's rolling out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick. Chance, shot taken off the toe of Cordero. Great save. Good extension right there. Maddie Hargraves will put the Hilltoppers on top, 1-0. Goal coming here at 16:50 in his first half. And here we go again. Durfee with a couple chances there over these last couple minutes, and Hargraves able to get one through there. So the Hilltoppers playing with a lead here at home, 1-0. Nice the way the schedule kind of ended up this to end the season, other than football because they're away. Another chance for Durfee, and Cordero able to come out and smother it. But this week, boys soccer, of course the road game there was for Dartmouth. We usually have the road matchup. But here, girls soccer, again, hopefully tomorrow, field hockey with no issues weather-wise. And then next week, boys soccer for senior night and girls volleyball for senior night. So kind of getting to see everybody here other than football, as I said, because there are no home games right now. We'll see them hopefully, or we're anticipating, on November 3rd. But we'll get to see the other 4 teams here right before playoffs begin, which is nice. Kind of end the season with a game for each. Boys soccer here for Durfee should get in. They were coaches. Actually, I think the tie got them in. Kristen, the boys soccer team, the tie on Tuesday got them in the tournament, right? Yeah. So there, yeah. So because I remember Coach saying before the game that they just needed to not lose. So boys soccer is in, and then of course girls soccer is already in at 9-3-2 here, and field hockey. I don't think they're already in, or they're close. Girls volleyball is not going to make it this year, and football. Girls volleyball at 4-12, and field hockey Field hockey at 8-3-2, so yeah, they're in. Tough one yesterday against Dartmouth here, the rematch for the Hilltoppers. A 3-0 loss to the Indians here at home, so unless something happens with some of the other matchups, there are a couple games left. If anybody else can beat Dartmouth, looking like Dartmouth will take the conference this year. Player down on the far side here, so clock stopped in the stadium at 19:49 here, just past the halfway mark of the first half. Looks like Raposa Coach Tavares with her as we're in the injury timeout here. So that's actually Ava Gilmet, number 19. And looks like she'll, with a little help from her coach, be okay here to get up. But slow to get off the field. And teams will make their way back onto the field here, but Gilmet very slow to get off the field and needing help. Not necessarily not looking good there. Wouldn't expect to see her back today, that's for sure. All right, clock rolling again. We're back at it. There goes Raposa, very fast to the ball, getting there first. Going to take the shot, and the save from Cordero there on the post. And she'll punt it away. Good feed up the field. Hilltoppers going to go on the defense here, and a whistle sounds. Free kick here for Durfee. Across to Nunes here towards the sidelines. The defense kind of sharing possession here. Nice pass up ahead to Hargraves. Has Cucci ahead of her. Julia with a lot of open space. Shot taken. It's good. Corner pocket for Julia Hargraves. And it's 2-0 Hilltoppers. A little sibling rivalry here today. This one at 22:57 here in the first. And one of the things we're seeing here is the speed for Durfee. Just far too much for the Whalers, midfielders and defenders, that the Hilltoppers can power by. And once they get by, they're onside, there's not a problem. That's why you saw, I think, a lot of the offside calls earlier. It's just they were so far ahead, so far up the field. It's going to be a corner kick now for Durfee. When you have that much more speed than the opponent, you can get caught offsides pretty quickly. So Hargraves from the other end. That one put right in front of the net, lofted, and it'll go over and out of bounds, and now a goal kick for the Whalers. That's offsides against Cucci. The feed there from Saunders. Oh, actually, I take that back. I think Durfee's going to get a free kick out of this. Yeah, so a foul coming before Saunders kicked it away, and Durfee's going to keep it. So a free kick for the Hilltoppers. Toward the box. On point, but unable to do anything with it. Whalers defending well. Julia was going for her sister, who was kind of tied up there and couldn't get free, and Kadira was able to make that save. Julia calling for it again. Free kick for New Bedford here. Out of bounds on the far side there in front of Raposa, who will throw now. Maddie redirects, going to take a shot. Batted away by Cordero. Nice save. And the Hilltoppers will go from the corner. A little confusion there as to which side, because it kind of went out dead center of the goal, but it'll be from the far side. Julia Hargraves down there. On its way right into the hands of Cordero, and she'll send it. Sent across toward the box. Hilltoppers with some numbers. It's broken up for the moment. Looking for Cucci. Cucci takes a shot and it sails wide. Under 10 minutes to play here at Durfee in this first half. Another good feed up the field. Who will get there first? And it's broken up. Jalea Perry there with the defense for the Whalers. It'll be a corner for Durfee, but broke that play up on what was a great feed right up the middle of the field. That one will tail and go out of bounds. Never playable for either side. Fed to Maddie Hargraves on the ground. Bit of a collision there, too. Didn't get all of it because of the collision. Ended up being a fairly routine play there for Cordero. Another good pass. Cucci, will she get there first? Yes, shot taken, batted away by Cordero. A great save. Julia Rumsey. It'll go out of bounds, I believe, off of the Whalers. So Durfee should have another corner kick here as we coming down to the 5-minute marker of the first half. Two Hilltoppers getting tangled up there. And the Whalers trying to start something here. Fed up the field. Silva sending it back toward the sideline, and Rumsey, who's waiting there. Down the field again. Ball on its way from Hargraves. One of the Hilltoppers there going down in the box as the kick was coming in. That was Julia Raposa, who said she made the kind of reaction there that she was pushed, and she was kind of communicating to Hargraves, maybe hoping for a call, but didn't get it. Maddie Hargraves looking for her second. Shot is blocked right at the goal line. That's quite the save right there from Cordero. Full extension on the leg there. Foot race to the ball, and Rumsey will back off, knowing Kadura was going to scoop it. Free kick coming for Durfee. Hargraves sends it wide. Nunes to Rumsey. And out of bounds the throw for Durfee as we have a minute to play here. Unofficially a minute. Just our own timer here. Another throw for the Hilltoppers. Right back into Maddie Hargraves again. We'll send it off to Julia. Back to Maddie. Maddie going to take that shot, and that one will go out of bounds. And that will go out on the goal line. And that is the first half. Look at that. We were almost right on. Almost right on with the timer. A 2-0 Hilltoppers lead here after 40 minutes. Durfee dominating the action here against their rivals from New Bedford, the Whalers. A 10-minute halftime break here. We'll see you on the other side. More live soccer after this. Stay with us. Off. Back to Romero. Romero forges ahead. Touchdown, Hilltoppers.
Coming in, you're really scared. You might be a little nervous, but I think being a part of a team gives you friends who can come with you all the way through high school, and then coaches looking out for you. I think as an athlete, you can improve and learn the art of dedication.
That shot taken. Cadet will take the shot and score.
Hard work pays off. From my freshman year, starting off hardly knowing anything about sports, to now my junior year, having almost all the school records in track and field. I feel like this school shows a lot of opportunities in classrooms and out of classrooms.
1, 2, 3, Durfee!
High flip to Espinal. Open three. Got it! Big time hit from Granham.
Durfee has such a great community, such great pride, we're people who love to be here, we love to compete, we love to play, and it's such a great opportunity.
around by Kamara, full steam ahead, weaving through traffic, takes the shot, and it's good! Kamara, coast to coast!
I've made a lot of great friends playing sports. I really appreciate how it fosters a community amongst all of the athletes, even in between sports seasons.
Good pass up the field, gets some good backspin on it, and it is a loose ball, shot, and it's good! To tie it, it's good! Medeiros on the PK!
You have a lot of support and a lot of people around you. It's a good environment, especially the sports teams.
Great. O'Connell with the three, and the lead is over 30.
I know how much pride it takes to be a topper, so it made me work harder so I can be more successful.
It's really great to just be able to learn accountability, reliability, just getting involved in school, and I feel like the best way to do that is to join a sport.
In the air in a deep left field. Coppola heading back at the wall. It's gone! 3-run home run for Montilla, and it's a 2-run game.
Hi.
Hi. Hi, I'm Maggie O'Connell. I'm Julia Hargraves.
My name's Emma McDonald.
I'm Julia Raposa. And we are the leaders of the Active Minds chapter here at Durfee.
Active Minds is the nation's premier nonprofit organization supporting mental health awareness and education for young adults. They're a national leader for young adults' mental health, advocacy, and suicide prevention. Did you know 1 in 5 Americans suffer from mental health illness? 1 in 5.
As Active Mind leaders, we had the opportunity to attend a MIAA Sportsmanship Summit a couple months ago. We had the privilege to sit in on a workshop that was focused on mental health and were introduced to the Kyle Cares program, where the story of Kyle Johnson was shared with us.
Kyle Johnson had a profound impact on many people in his 19 years. He had a passion for helping others and was driven with the motivation to make those around him happy. Kyle always put others before himself despite his own internal pain and struggles. His compassion made the world a better place. In Kyle's memory and in recognition of his legacy for caring for others, the Kyle Cares Foundation was created.
Kyle Cares is a nonprofit organization dedicated to promoting open and honest communication about mental health challenges experienced by teens and young adults in today's society. Kyle Cares aims to eliminate student self-harm and suicide by creating school environments where students and their caregivers have the confidence to support and seek help without shame or hesitation.
Why we want it here at Durfee.
Having this Active Minds chapter here at Durfee is so important to us.
We want to help change the culture around mental health at Durfee.
No one should have to struggle alone.
We believe it's never too late to start taking care of your mental health, and we want to help begin the conversation about it.
We want to encourage those to seek help.
We want to empower the individuals to talk about and open up about their mental health.
We want to grow awareness to the resources available in our school.
Hi, I'm Mr. Thuran, one of the adjustment counselors here at Durfee. As an adjustment counselor, I work with students to support their social and emotional needs, mental health being one of those areas. I am currently working with your Active Minds leaders to support students through this awareness campaign. Durfee High School School Adjustment Counselors also work to connect our school with mental health resources. If you or someone you know is struggling with their mental health or needs to talk, please contact me or see one of your grade level adjustment counselors. If you are unsure which office to go to, please contact me or one of your Active Minds student leaders who will inform me and I can guide you in the right direction.
Overall, our mission is to create a change in the Durfee community so that mental health is openly discussed, cared for, and valued.
If you are passionate about caring for others, mindful about mental health, are seeking help or resources, or want to become a part of a supportive, judge-free community at Durfee, become an ally of mental health and join our Active Minds chapter.
Your mental health matters.
We're here for you.
We will listen to you.
You are not alone.
You matter!
Hi, I'm Pamela Martin from FRG TV.
And I'm Keith Tebow from FRC Media.
Join us on Tuesday, November 7th, as we track polling numbers from the Fall River Biennial Municipal Election.
Our live coverage begins at 8 o'clock as we bring you election results from all 27 precincts.
And our camera crew will be canvassing the city all day, as well as making stops at the candidates' headquarters.
You can watch us live on FRG TV Channel 18, FRC Media Channel 95, and on our Facebook pages.
And for you candidates, we will be broadcasting from our Fred TV studio at the new Durfee High School. Make it a point to stop by. Join us on the air.
Polls are open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. And remember, do your civic duty and vote.
That's right, and we'll see you right here on election night, November 7th.
The Gothic Revival-style arch at Oak Grove Cemetery signals the final resting place of some of Fall River's most prominent residents.
Since 1873, thousands of funeral processions have passed through these ornate iron gates. War heroes, abolitionists, mill owners, and Lizzie Borden are buried within these walls.
Despite fine craftsmanship and historical recognition, the arch was unable to withstand time and the elements, and was in danger of collapse.
10 years ago, Fall River residents voted to adopt the Community Preservation Act, which allows for a 1.5% surcharge on property tax bills. This cherished landmark was saved with funds through the Community Preservation Act.
In just 5 months, this time using some modern machinery, local contractors refurbished the granite arch and replaced sections of the gate.
A uniquely Fall River work of art and a respectful reflection for the dead has been saved for future generations.
CPA funds have supported thousands of significant projects in Massachusetts. Thank you for your continued interest in community beautification and betterment.
Welcome back, everybody, to Mac Aldridge Field. Evan Massoud with you as we're just about ready to get you heard the horn, just about ready to get the second half started here at Durfee. It's 4 o'clock, 4:01 to be exact here. We had a 3 o'clock start today, an early game. If you missed the open, New Bedford, this was actually supposed to be senior day today, even though it's not the last home game. It was going to be senior night, a 6 o'clock game. But unfortunately, New Bedford actually has an event tonight, and they need their coaching staff and players actually also need to be back on campus. So unfortunately, kind of derailed the senior night plans. It's pushed now to Saturday, which is the last home game of the regular season against Dighton Rehoboth. Game time Saturday, 1:30. And so for the Hilltoppers, today just a regular game and an early game in order to get New Bedford back home in reasonable time. And this happened earlier too. Earlier this season we had the Diamond matchups a couple weeks ago, and kind of the same situation. So, but all the ADs, they all work together, coaches work together, try to make things work out for both sides, and this is a prime example of that. I mean, we don't mind it. Nice to have an afternoon game. I've said it before, we always have so many night games that I never mind having a game like this at 3 o'clock. It's great. And so here we go, underway with the second half. Hilltoppers up with a 2-0 advantage, breaking the ice at 16:50 of the first. Maddie Hargraves with the first goal of the day for Durfee, and then less than 10 minutes later at 22:57, her sister, Julia, with a goal of her own, and now looking to make it 3-0, and they do! 30 seconds into the second half. Caitlin Cucci, she almost had one in the first half. It was a great save from Cordero, but that one not going to be saved. And it's a 3-0 lead for the Hilltoppers. Might hear that noise in the background. Sounds like the drum, the marching band practicing up on the softball field. Sound traveling right down here to the stadium. So far here in the two matchups, Durfee against New Bedford, they've outscored the Whalers 9-0 in 3 halves of football. Now a corner kick for Durfee. Oh, the score did not update. There we go. 3-0. Hey, that looks better. High arcing and a collision there between Cordero and one of her defenders. Ball was still loose. Cordero did not have it. And now it comes back out to midfield. Silva turning it around, sending it back up the sideline. Shot taken is wide. It'll bounce and go past the post as Julia Hargraves put it on net. With her goal in the first half, now up to 106 points for her career. Rumsey sending it across the box. Still loose. Shot taken. It's going to go way out. All the way to the edge of the track, and it one-hops the fence. Maddie gave that one a ride. That goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw for the Whalers. Down the field for the Hilltoppers. That one will go out of bounds, and another corner. Nice save there from Cordero. It'll be another corner kick for Durfee. That time, you know, they didn't go to the air on it. It was a short pass to Maddie Hargraves, who then took the shot on the ground. See if they change it up now. This time to the air, batted away, punched at really by Cordero, and it's all the way out of the box. Nice save there. Nunes cutting it off. Pass down the field. Hilltoppers will defend. It was Ava Bessie sending it out of bounds. Whalers will get to throw. Costa getting it into Martinez. Now Bessie back toward midfield. Nice pass to Raposa. Raposa has Cucci to her left. Can she get there first? No, cut off by Almeida, showing some speed for the Whalers. Hargraves with it, down in the box. Slows up. And it is good. So 4-0 Hilltoppers. That was Julia Hargraves with her second goal of the game. Let's take a look at replay. So 2 goals today for number 4. And the Whalers have made their way down the field. They haven't had a shot on net since the first 10 minutes of the game. Guerrero had that one sized up, but the defense coming in to shield her on it. And another throw. Raposa sending one toward the box, cut off again by Almeida, who's been pretty quick to the ball there against Raposa. Excuse me, Rumsey rather. Julia Rumsey there had that one broken up, gets back to the ball, now goes down and earns a free kick. Right to Hargraves, and it's good. Perfect. Wow. So a hat trick for Julia Hargraves today as she nets her third and her second goal in less than 2 minutes. And talking about the marching band up on the softball field rehearsing. Another chance for the Hilltoppers and a collision in the box. And that's going to count as well. Cucci with her second. And it's 6-0 Durfee in what has become quite a blowout here. 3 goals in less than 3 minutes. That's rather unheard of here in soccer. A timeout on the field, as this one has very quickly gotten away from New Bedford. Durfee had 6 goals in the first matchup. There's still 30 minutes to play, 29 minutes to play here in this one. But in talking about the marching band, this Sunday at 1 o'clock here at Durfee, U.S. band competition hosted by the Hilltoppers and their marching band. So, come on out and support the band if you can. Sunday at 1 o'clock here at Durfee. Unfortunately for the Whalers, number of players not here today. Their bench pretty much down to one player, one additional player. So you haven't really seen any substitutions. There's really nobody to substitute. Whalers very thin today coming to Durfee. All right, here we go. Back at it out of the timeout. Good pass there up ahead for the Whalers to Costa. Down in the corner now. Gonna put one toward the box. It's toward the back of the box now, but still loose. And now it comes back out. Pass to Raposa from Hargraves. She's kind of skin in the field there now towards the sideline. Out of play. Nothing Perry can do. It'll be a throw for Bessie. Shot taken, and it's going to go wide. Cucci going for her third. Spooner going after the ball there. Will throw in now after the goal kick. Didn't go very far. Kind of came back to her. And having to defend. Now the throw in. Off the head there of Raposa. Back towards Julia Hargraves. It's kicked away. Maddie Hargraves here and kept away from her as well. Now Nunes sending it. Julia Hargraves looking for some space. Collision there and a foul coming just outside the box. For the Hilltoppers, a free kick is coming up here. Cucci went down to the turf. On its way right off the back. Now to Maddie Hargraves. She'll take the shot and off the post. Loose ball. And Cadera with two great saves. Cut off by Bessie. Silva lets it go out. Hilltoppers making a couple substitutions here. Back down the field for the Hilltoppers, and it is sent towards the sideline, but not cleared. Rumsey is there, still with possession. And it's sent back out of the box. We mentioned Durfee's remaining schedule for the Whalers. They actually will be home for their last 4, and they're going to play all 4 of those games in less than a week. Playing Saturday morning against Taunton, 10 a.m. Tuesday, Brockton, 6 p.m. Wednesday against Diamond, 4 p.m. And then Thursday, 6 p.m. against Barnstable. So 3 straight games, number 1, and then add that 4th one on Saturday morning. That's quite a schedule to end the season. What's been a tough season at that for the Whalers. And coming into today, they haven't scored a goal in their last 4 games. Their last goal scored was a loss to Diamond Regional, which was their first game in October. They lost that game 2-1. They tied Falmouth 1-1 the game before, and then were shut out in their other 6 losses as well. The only win was against Barnstable, a 2-1 victory. So New Bedford's struggles here are real in 2023. Only 3 goals the entire season. No, not pretty numbers, unfortunately, for the Whalers. It's certainly been a grind. Boys soccer has been better, albeit kind of middle of the pack, 6-3-4. Been better of late, but to start the year, right when we saw them, they were just 2-2-1, and then ended up 2-2-2 after they tied Durfee. But since then, 4-1-2. So, and that's coming into today against the boys here again against Durfee. So the rematch for the boys, that's happening out in New Bedford. That one just started at 4. They were playing that one at 4 o'clock. So Whalers boys squad has been better since Durfee last saw them. But unfortunately for the girls' side of things, a lot of struggles this year as we've hit the halfway mark of the second. 20 minutes gone, 20 minutes to go in this one as the Hilltoppers close in on win number 10 and a 2-game sweep of the Whalers here in 2023. Julia Hargraves was a quick timeout there, and looks like they're going to call for the coach because they stopped play. Let's see. Nope. So we'll resume here. Here we go. So a brief injury timeout. Hargraves went down there and making sure she's all set. And she is. And she's got the ball once again. Oh, kind of ran past it a little bit there. Jammed up on the sideline, and she'll kick it out of bounds. The Whalers will have the throw. Lady Hilltoppers for girls volleyball were at Dartmouth yesterday. DCTV covered that one as well. In fact, they had one of their high school students broadcasting the game. Actually, he'd done some of the games with me as well this season and last season, actually. So kind of a student-run broadcast in a way yesterday. And the Lady Indians really very strong. I got to see them a couple of weeks ago for just a pickup game. We had nothing here in the city, and they gave me a call, see if I was available to broadcast. It was the BR going to Dartmouth, and Coach Rachel Lassie and her Indians just so tough every year. It's kind of like Case. You know, Dartmouth seems to be one of those schools. It's just a good volleyball school, and they're always contenders, and Case is the same way. You know, we saw it last year, girls volleyball team getting to the championship game for the state title. That was an amazing match, a crazy match. And so it's just, you know, it's one of those programs that year in and year out is just always tough. And yesterday they were very tough on Durfee, a very fast sweep of the Hilltoppers. But as I said, DCTV had coverage, so any of you volleyball fans will be airing that one as well. I should say it's actually available. You can watch it now if you really want to. It's on Dartmouth Community Media's Facebook page. The link is, but it was they live stream on YouTube. So Coochie thought it was still. She thought the whistle was that she wasn't down the field enough, but gets the bad news. It's Whalers' ball. They'll have the throw. And a collision there at midfield will draw a whistle and a free kick for the Whalers. Silva there to defend that back line, keep it in front of her. Sent to Julia Hargraves up the field. Had some help behind her as well. Rumsey was looking to get it to Daniela Bustamante. Could not do so. Now Hargraves closing in. Number 4. Seven 0 Hilltoppers, 14 minutes to play. And a 4-goal day for number 4, Julia Hargraves. Adding 8 points to her career total. Her sisters got a goal as well, and Coochie with 2. 5 of the Hilltoppers' goals coming here in the second half. Oh, great pass in front. Great save from Cordero. Oh, that one goes past the post. Hargraves again, out time taken away from her, but she was forging ahead. This one coming toward the sideline and out of play. Maddie Hargraves passing up the field to Julia. And now a throw for Durfee. On the ground, the shot there from Rumsey. And Cordero with the scoop. All the way down, and Hargraves can't keep it in. It'll be a corner for Durfee. Defended there and taken by Zhang. Blocked by Hargraves. Julia sends it back to Bessie. And it goes out. 10 minutes to go here. Anybody want to throw the ball? There's all kinds of confusion. Goodness gracious. Well, part of it is that New Bedford made some subs, and so it kind of threw things off a little bit. And Julia Hargraves with it. Whalers trying to clear it out, pops it up, and Julia Rumsey on the far side, keeping it in bounds and in front of her. Now along the sideline, it does go out. And a quick throw for the Hilltoppers now straight up in the air. Shot taken, popped up again. Emily Coelho there in front. Now Maddie Hargraves looking for some space. And cleared out. That's going to go all the way by, or up the field, I should say, by everybody except for Silva, who's going to send it back to Carrero. And now back to Silva. Hargraves with it. Will she get her fifth? Is she going to take the shot? It's blocked. Now another shot taken, and it'll go out of bounds past the post. Maddie Hargraves trying to get by now. Has some room, going to take the shot. A dribbler there, if you will. A bouncing ball, and Cadero making the save. Whalers trying to get it down in the box, maybe take a shot, but it's sent back out. Katarina Rumsey sending one. That's a good pass to Maddie Hargraves there. Julia sending one now down into the box. Coelho lost it for a moment. Maddie's going to take a shot, and it is good. Ricocheting there, looked like off the post. And Maddie with her second. This one coming at 35-16 here in the second. Maddie opened the scoring and very possibly will end the scoring here at 8-0 and under 5 minutes to go. And her day is done. She'll come out. Throw by Martinez. Coming back toward the sideline. And she'll do it again, almost from the same spot. Well, for us on Fred TV, we'll have, again, as long as the weather is not out of control tomorrow, I know we're supposed to get rain, we will be live for field hockey, 5:15 game, pregame senior night ceremony from right here at Mac Aldridge Field. Saturday, girls soccer will have their senior night. And again, as long as the weather's decent, we will film that. We're not going to have live coverage on Saturday. This is our final girls game of the regular season. But we'll film the pregame ceremony as we've done numerous times in the past for multiple sports. And we'll air it during halftime next Tuesday of the boys game and feature it then. And so speaking of that, Tuesday is boys soccer here against Bridgewater Raynham. That is senior night for the boys. That's a 6 o'clock game. We'll be live for that with the pregame ceremony. Bustamante takes the shot right into the hands of Cordero. And then wrapping up our regular season coverage next Wednesday is girls volleyball and their senior night. And we'll have live coverage from inside the field house. They too squaring off against Bridgewater Raynham next week. So that's kind of the plans. And during that game, we'll have some bonus volleyball highlights from Diamond as the Lady Bengals are hosting a home game next Monday night that we'll get our camera crew over as well to get some content there. So lots happening over the next 7 days in terms of sports before we get to basically sit back and wait for the playoff brackets to be announced. So that's kind of the plan here in terms of our coverage. So remember to like and follow us on Facebook, Fred TV Sports, and on our YouTube channel as well. You can subscribe there. That's where we archive all of our games for on-demand viewing anytime. Shot taken off the side of the net. It goes. We're under 2 minutes. In front, and the save. And that's the game. Hilltoppers with a blowout here at home to the tune of 8-0 over the Whalers. Very impressive victory against a struggling Whalers team from New Bedford. So Durfee getting it done at home. Lots of goals in this one. Couple for Maddie Hargraves, a couple for Cucci, and 4 for Julia Hargraves. They did the scoring today. So that's our final look at girls soccer here in the regular season. We look forward to the playoffs. They pick up their 10th win here with the home victory against New Bedford. Check back with us tomorrow during the school day as we'll have an update as to whether or not field hockey will be live on our channel, or on our Facebook page, I should say, for the senior night game. Again, all weather depending, weather permitting here. We should know tomorrow by after lunchtime. For David Montero on camera today, I'm Evan Massoud saying so long from Durfee.